hard portal into running through walls. No wall is a safe wall in this game.
Every wall is just a guideline.
Yeah,
it's not a rule.
Yeah.
It's a guideline. It's a suggestion. Even the Mbessa getting over some of those walls as that's locked in for Broken Blade into Imperios' Scion.
Razork sitting on the bottom side, looking for it.
Yeah, and now the heal used aggressively. Polymorph, but still the magical journey. But in comes Razork with the Grand Starfall for first blood. Fnatic on the board. For Skewmon currently, it's going to be 2 camps as Razork finishes this dragon. You're taking that as Fnatic. Really, really good early play.
Yeah, I think for Razork, you're completely fine. Again,
saying 07 cooked in the chat right there.
Was it Cage or Cage was chat?
I saw Cadril at the top. Oh, maybe that was
that's the chat. That's what chat is. Yeah.
Oh, man. He has advantage just by dying early on. He's got his summoner spells back, and he's still Caitlyn. He's still able to just push waves, be that long-range threat as Pierce goes for the unstoppable onslaught. Grand Starfall from Razork. He will flash to guarantee the kill. Razork with his second on the board.
Again, Razork making plays happen in these side lanes. Oh, hang on.
Tempered Fate here. Maybe they don't need a gank. Maybe the bot lane just needs to set it up themselves. The Tempered Fate into the immediate trap, but behind comes Lospa. G2 did not realize backup was there. Upset gets the kill onto Han Sama. LeBron will get the double stun. Mid lane. Skewmon's hovering around the area. Vladdy's trying to hold him back, and it looks like this dragon will be secured by Fnatic. That is 2 in a row.
And this has been the best start we've seen from Fnatic this split. They have been in control of jungle camps, making sure they're getting the gank timers up, playing off of the spikes that we were talking about with Upset and Lospa, and that Ardent Sensor being completed. Like, this is...
Polymorph. That's not a Skarner Scorpion. That's a little...
That was so anticlimactic. Maybe not, though.
Starfall coming in here. Jumps straight onto Skewmon, who has the Impale available. This is scary to go too far forward. Pulling back. Razork under the turret, stunned up on the wall. But in comes Vladdy. Tempered Fate onto 2, but Fnatic already got their man. Shut down. 1 for 1 as the turret will equalize the play.
Still, though, you're going to get the pressure here on towards the extra cams caps on the side.
He has Spirit Rush. He has Flash. Oh, but yeah, the
no.
flash forward for Vladdy, not enough damage.
Back foot, and I think that actually LeBron ulting 2 carries. Oh, hang on.
Back to live here as Vladdy yet again making magic happen. This time he gets the kill on a Broken Blade in the top lane.
Okay.
You're gonna have to remember back to that replay.
Yes.
We're gonna have to come up with a nickname for something. When in the replay you see a player do something really cool, and then right out of the replay they do something really cool.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a back-to-back moment right there as, okay, Upset's just able to transcend oneself and dodge away from the Tempered Fate.
Yeah, I'll workshop the name as Skewmon is workshopping to play in topside because Vladdy, he's under terror, which means he's overextended.
Waves coming in, they drop the Herald as well, so Skewmon and Broken Blade are looking for the dive. Vladdy's trying to clear out the wave, and he does so successfully, but now the Herald's tanking things up. He goes between worlds, bounces right on back, dodges the knockup of the Herald, and he goes between worlds again! Buys time for Razork! Skewmon's Impale just completely misses, and Lospa's here to back up his mid laner and jungler. Skewmon will fall, Razork with the kill, and Vladdy survives.
Fnatic in a very strong position, and G2, they're late to the party.
And now Upset's just going to walk up on Lebrov here, get sunned into the wall. Han Sama's walking up, but cannot get the trap down in time. Tempered Fate will land onto 2, but again, nobody from G2 close enough to punish. 3rd Drake secured.
Yeah, they're trying to trade it for caps on this top tower. Sure, he gets a couple of plates, but that tower remains standing. Maybe looking for a pick on mid, but Fnatic just aren't giving them that opportunity.
Yeah, there's still a turret in the mid lane, so they have backup there. It's finally
the timer of that push in topside, or even just look to take that tier 1 of the topside, but Upset.
Tempered Fate will land on the Upset this time around. He has the cleanse, and he will use it immediately. Takes a big chunk, but in comes Razork. Lebrov uses the journey away again as Vladdy will look to continue the chase. Lebrov taken out as the stun lands onto Vladdy. He goes between worlds again. Now onto Broken Blade. Imperios trying to give space for his mid laner as Razork ults in, Caps jumping forward, misses the charm, and now just gets chunks down. That's the Spirit Rush Black, but in goes Broken Blade onto Vladdy. Upset now on the flank. The Yarnara is looking for the damage. Skewmon cannot hit anybody with the Impale as Fnatic are answering the play. Upset still alive. He's got Lospa behind him, and Fnatic are winning the fight on a G2. Caps doesn't even find the charm. A double kill to Upset. And Fnatic continue to make magic happen.
You caught in the fight, missed cap spells, but LeBron missing his life?
Yeah, he's a little caught out of position there. Can't get close enough to the wall. The man in the bot lane, Upset, stepping up big.
And I just don't think you really have an easy way to shut him down as G2.
Into the river. Pierce is going to have to body check here. He's the only one that can do it. Caps has a flank right now. Watch for the Ahri. Now the Temper Fate will land in onto Vladdy. Razor's going to try and body block the Charm. Dodged by the Rocket Belt. As now Labrov chunks down heavily here between worlds. Excels him back into the wall, but Scumon's health bar will not last for long. Broken Blade finds an angle into the backline, but Razor's still healthy. Upset chunks down as Lost was trying to keep up with the AD carry. Upset is unleashed. Upset is free fire, but Scumon with a flash stun lands the Impale this time around, but Broken Blade doesn't have the damage, and Upset stands. Fnatic finds 3 at the Dragon.
There's just no threat onto Upset. He is solo in the back line and is solo demolishing G2. They tried to turn it around, but there's just not enough in the tank.
Fnatic, where were you when they found Dragon Soul at 20? Heroes' health bar is just too much. There's no shot the Caps can get in there and make magic happen. Fnatic are making G2 look about the same as G2 just made Fnatic look in game 1. We're bouncing back and forth here, Dagda. Let's get another look at that. Still trying to get this outer mid turret, but they don't have the wave for it. And now the Scion ult is coming in. Magical Journey from the Labrov again. Caps has the Spirit Rush available. It's only Imperial so far. Now Razor joining up, stun in onto Scumon. Takes the Excel's impact, and it's interrupted in the wall. And that will mean a gray screen for G2's jungler.
I think the rest of G2 here. This is going to be the mid-tier 2 down. You can get this entire topside camps for Razork. They're shutting down G2 excellently.
Now the Caitlyn traps defense. The Temper Fate will land onto the wave as in goes Razork. The team's going to try and back him up now. His Aegis Assault already used early. Took about half his health right there. The stun lands, but he still gets his kill onto Labrov. Fnatic are doing it. They're pushing G2 to the limit right now as Caps will try and clear out this wave, but they got another one right behind. And with now 2 members dead, it's a 3v5 defense for G2. Next up, it's on to Caps. Damage from the Weird Knee, and Upset looking for the damage from Arca Bruin as well. And the flash forward from Vladdy will get flash out of Caps. Takes a few turret shots as well, but now they got to clear out the wave here as a stun onto Scumon. G2 are trying their best to defend their turrets, but they just do not have the wallets for it. Caps uses the Spirit Rush to try and get in onto Razork. Maybe lands the Charm and Pierce. It will go wide. Next wave for Fnatic.
Fnatic need to get these towers down. The Barn doing the work. There goes one. G2, what have he got?
Labrov's back up. Broken Blade in 10 seconds. It's only the cannon minions. They will have to hit this turret down. One more shot, and there it is. No Nexus turrets left for Fnatic, but they weren't able to end the game. They have lower health bars than G2, who now have 5.
5 seconds on the ultimate from Upset. I think that's what Fnatic are playing for, hoping that they can carry it through that spell.
Good catch right there. Also wait for Imperius' ult. He's going to go back in for the engage. Finds it onto Scumon. Hansam is trying to get his damage down, but Vladdy looks for the flank. Temper Fate onto 2 as G2 are trying to defend. Hansam is getting damage onto Upset, but there's the ulti. There's the Wild Growth. There's Upset with a double kill. Fnatic find their snipe onto G2's carries. Fnatic find a way to get back into this series. They're going to dive the fountain, but they're not going to dive the game. Fnatic will find a way to even it out. We're going to game 3.
What a